Hello, good day. Is anyone there? Hello.
Hi, pleasant good day. Tracy Ellis present.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for your patience. We were just having some technical difficulties, but we are about to begin. Thank you all for taking the time. Just about to share my screen and then we'll get started. Oh, can you help me?
I see you.
Where?
The corner top right hand, you see, right where you were before.
Where are we? Oops,
Go back to,
I don't know.
sorry. All the way up. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. To speak up.
Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Hi, ladies. Good afternoon again, and thank you so much for your patience. Mute, please. Yeah, sorry. Are you sharing your screen? I don't know. Okay.
There you go.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we okay now?
Yes. Yeah.
Success. Okay, great. Thank you all for your patience. We are about to get started. Thank you. Okay, so it is 2:24, and I call this 2026 annual general meeting of the St. Francois Girls Association, St. Francois Girls College Alumni Association to order. We currently have 24 persons present, 10 in person here at the library and 14 online. We thank you all for making the time to join us this afternoon. Okay, and now we will begin with the national anthem of Trinidad and Tobago. We hope those of y'all online are hearing. or will hear. Find a meaningful place and we go. Salvation. Find a meaningful place and we go. Salvation. Thank you. And now we will have a word of prayer from our Vice President, Esther Calendar George.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for life. We thank you for health. We thank you for community. We thank you for sisterhood. We pray for each and every one of our sisters, those who are here with us in person, those who are online, those who couldn't be here with us, that you continue to hold them, nurture them, guide them. We pray for our little sisters who recently graduated. We pray that you continue to step into their lives and guide and protect them. We pray that today's proceedings will go well. Again, we pray for unity, team spirit, all in the spirit of volunteerism. And we ask all of these in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. And now, before we begin, we would like to just take and have a moment of silence for Mrs. Gloria Teresa Valere. She was the former principal of St. Francois from 1964 to 1978. And as I said, we will just take a moment of silence now to honor her memory and all that she has done for SFGC. Thank you, everyone. I now hand over to our secretary, Londell Glasgow, who will read the AGM notice for this year.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. So I will start with moving a motion that the minutes have been read.
Oh, no, this is the AGM notice that you have to read.
The agenda, then.
Yeah.
Apologies, I'm going to read the agenda. We're a little,
Take it.
yes, my apologies. Going to read the agenda for today's annual general meeting. So welcome. Confirmation of the 2025 AGM minutes, President's report, Treasurer's report, election of officers, other business, vote of thanks by order of the Secretary.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm moving a motion that the minutes have been read.
Just a second. This is the agenda.
So I'm going to.
Okay, no. Thank you for your patience, guys. So now we will have welcome remarks from our Vice President, Mrs. Esther Calendar George. The minutes come off.
But it's
Yeah.
not part of the
Yeah.
agenda, we had some-
Mhm.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our annual general meeting. It's really good to meet up as sisters, one, and it's good to look back and see, how we have supported the community over the past few years for some of us. It's also a pleasure to share with you plans that we do have and plans that we need your support with. I'm not going to go into too many details as Aisha's report and so will address those. But I just want to reiterate the importance of community, the importance of team spirit and working together. There's so much more that we could do if we have your support a little more than what we have been having over the past few years. Thank you to everyone who have been continuously showing up, for those who are here, those who are not on the executive, those who continue to show up. And of course, we have new graduates who will be joining us very soon. It's always a pleasure to give back. Whenever you come to the college, you see the buzz and you feel the presence of the young women, and it motivates us. It really does. It's a thankless job at times, but it's not about us. It's about our sisters and the future, their future. So I'm very happy to welcome each and every one of you online as well as in person. It's a good showing. I feel very warm knowing that we have, so I mean, it seems as not as many, but a few more of you are online than normal. So thanks and have a good meeting and enjoy what you see, and feel free to share your feedback.
Thank you, Esther. Now we have greetings from SFCG Principal, Mrs. Tracy Ellis. Ms. Ellis, thank you so much for taking the time to join us online. I hand over to you.
Hi,
Hi.
pleasant good day. And it's Miss Tracy Ellis, unless you have someone there already planned on Mrs.ing me, then
Duly
it's still
noted.
Miss. All right. So good afternoon, distinguished members of the St. Francois Girls College alumni, and special guests, etc. Welcome. Welcome home to St. Francois Girls College. It is both an honor and a privilege to welcome you back home this afternoon. There is something truly special about returning to the place where lifelong friendships are formed, dreams first began to take shape, and generations of young women discovered not only who they were, but who they had the potential to become. Today is more than a meeting of the alumni. It is a celebration of a legacy that has endured for more than 6 decades, a legacy of excellence, resilience, determination, and service. Since opening its doors in 1962, the same year our beloved nation gained its independence, St. Francois Girls College stood as a symbol of opportunity and empowerment, becoming Trinidad and Tobago's first and only all-girls government secondary school. What began with 1 principal and 3 teachers, there were only 96 students. This has now grown into an institution that has shaped thousands of women who have gone on to make remarkable contributions, not only to the immediate Belmont community, but to our country and beyond. We have past students who are working in NASA, who are working in different countries, Japan and all over the world, bringing joy to St. Francois Girls College. Each of you have gathered here today as part of that remarkable story, and I thank you for taking time to come out today to this meeting. Whether you have graduated 5 years ago or 50 years ago, you carry with you the values, experiences, and memories that unite all of us as St. Francois women. The green, gold, black, and white may no longer be your daily uniform, but the pride, determination, and spirit of St. Francois Girls College remain woven into the fabric of who you are today. Our motto, Virtute Vera, by true strength, reminds us that strength is measured not only by academic achievement, but by character, perseverance, compassion, integrity, and the willingness to uplift others. Those qualities have defined generations of St. Francois women, and they continue to inspire the young ladies who now walk these corridors with dreams, excitement, and joy. Just as you once were back in your day. As principal, I have the privilege of witnessing that promise every single day. I see young women discovering their voices, embracing challenges, excelling in academics, sports, culture, leadership, and community service. They are building on the strong foundation that you helped to create, and they are inspired by the example that you continue to set as members of the alumni. That is why your presence here today matters so much. You are more than former students. You are mentors. You are role models. You are ambassadors and custodians of our legacy. Your continued involvement reminds our students that becoming a St. Francois woman is not something that ends at graduation. It is a lifelong connection built on shared values, shared memories, and a shared commitment to excellence. This afternoon's meeting is an opportunity for us to reflect on how far we have come, to celebrate achievements of the college, and to look with confidence towards the future. It is also an invitation to strengthen the partnership between the college and its alumni, because the future of St. Francois will be shaped not only by those who teach within these walls, but also by those who continue to champion this institution wherever life has taken them, aka you. Thank you for your unwavering support, your generosity, your dedication, and your enduring love for St. Francois Girls College. Thank you for believing in our students and in the future of St. Francois Girls College. The history of St. Francois Girls College is not written in textbooks or displayed only in photographs, but instead it is written in the lives of each and every one of you, every young woman who has walked through these gates and carried the values of this institution out into the world. Today, as we gather once again, may we honor our past, celebrate our present, and commit ourselves to shaping an even brighter future for the generations of St. Francois ladies yet to come. May this afternoon renew your sense of pride, deepen your connection to one another and to St. Francois Girls College, and remind us all that the greatest strength of St. Francois Girls College has never been its buildings, nor its history alone. It has always been its people. Once again, I'm Tracy Ellis. Welcome home and thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak and to welcome you home. Have a wonderful afternoon, ladies.
Thank you so much, Miss Alice, for those beautiful greetings and for welcoming us back home, because it is always a pleasure to return to these hallowed halls here at St. Francois. So now I will move a motion I will introduce, the 2025 AGM minutes and move a motion indicating that these minutes have been read. We have circulated the minutes via email, so we're hoping that everyone online has had the opportunity to review them. And now I hand over, I need to, so now I'm requesting a seconder for this motion, and then I will hand over to the secretary. Can we have someone second the motion? Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Anissa, okay, noted. Anissa Alexander has seconded this motion. I now hand over to our secretary, our assistant secretary, sorry, Londell, to review the minutes with you.
So once again, everyone, good afternoon. So the annual general meeting minutes from 23rd August 2025. It was hybrid, of course, online and in person here at the library. It was chaired by Miss Aisha Sylvester and it concluded at 4:22 p.m. So opening and transition of the meeting began with the singing of the national anthem, a prayer by the vice president, and call to order by the president. Remarks were shared from the school's outgoing administration representative principal, Mrs. Sitaran, who expressed gratitude to the association, including the North American arm, for its support and collaboration. It was also noted that this would be her final report before proceeding on pre-retirement leave in December. Best wishes were extended to the incoming administration and to the association. The chair then handed over to Vice President Esther Callender George for the reading and adoption of the 2024 AGM minutes. Adoption of 2024 AGM minutes. The Vice President advised that the 2024 AGM minutes had been circulated previously and proposed that the minutes be taken as read. Motion to accept the 2024 AGM minutes as read. Seconder, Jacinta Simango. The minutes were reviewed page by page for corrections. Corrections noted. Amendment to the spelling of Annette Nielsen's last name. Motion to accept the 2024 AGM minutes as amended. Seconder, Stacy Christopher. Decision, the 2024 AGM minutes were adopted as amended. President's Report 2024 to 2025. The President, Aisha Sylvester, presented the President's Report under the AGM theme, Shaping Futures, Growing Collectively. Key highlights: the executive elected on 27th July 2024 worked through challenges including vacancy in the role of Assistant PRO, resignation of the Treasurer for personal reasons. Executive members stepped into gaps to ensure continuity. Strategic objectives reported. The executive focused on fostering connection within the alumni network, supporting the development of the college, empowering alumni to give back and share expertise, growing membership, digital presence, and sustainable operations. Membership. Membership was identified as a major priority. Financial membership increased to 108 members by year end. The 2025 to 2026 membership drive had already generated over 70 financial members, including Form 5 and Form 6 students. Fundraising. The president reported that the association raised over 48,000 TT dollars through various efforts, including revival of Mix and Mingle, Sweet Box Initiative, collaboration with FOBA and others for FET Nation and Aura. The president noted that while Mix and Mingle was not intended as a fundraiser, it generated value through membership signups, merchandise sales, welfare donations. Welfare initiatives. The Welfare Committee worked alongside the school's Welfare Committee, attracted over 8,000 TT dollars in contributions from alumni locally and abroad, hosted 5 donation drives across the 3 school terms, provided tangible support to students in need. Public Relations and Communications. The President reported measurable growth through the work of the PR Committee. 40% increase in social media following, 18% increase in mailbox follow-ups, 116% increase in membership. Key PR initiatives included Checkered Chronicles newsletter, alumni talk on the tiles, tomorrow's leaders today. Website launch. A major milestone was the launch of the association's new website, which now allows online payment of dues, online merchandise purchases, access to updates via the association blog, sign up for standing committees. Support to the college. The association supported the college through repairs to the sewer system before the school year began, support to the Pan Ensemble for Junior Panorama, sponsorship of Pan Rack decorations, cakes for students for the school's 63rd anniversary, volunteer meals for the school's Fun Fest fundraiser, funding installation of AC units in music room, PE room, art room, chemistry lab, payment of custom recognition. The President acknowledged several alumni for notable achievements, including Anika Cloud and Carrington Arts Immersion Program in Panama, Hazel McLean launch of the Executive Woman's Playbook, Lois Herrera and the reunion class of 1975, 50 Years of Sisterhood, Forever Young Posse class of 1974, ongoing quarterly meetups, Dr. Marissa Nimrod, CEO of CAHO, that is CAHO, Alyssa Hilbert, historic appointment as UK High Commissioner to Jamaica, Georgia Legal Miss Arima / Miss World TNT delegate. Challenges identified. The President noted the following challenges. Although improved, 108 members remain a small fraction of the alumni body. Gaps remain in communication between standing committees and the executive. No major independent fundraiser was hosted this year. Corporate sponsorship targets for the Steel Orchestra were not achieved. Recommendations for incoming executive. Launch an intensive membership drive immediately after the AGM. Formalize processes for standing committees. Reintroduce signature events such as Pan, Pork and Parang brunch. Finalize proposal to revamp the Steel Orchestra Committee. Acknowledgements. The President thanked current and past executive members, committee chairs and committee members, North American Alumni Network, Principal Mrs. Sitaran, school staff, welfare committee, local school board representatives, parents and guardians, Miss Maxine Archer and the Form 6 cohort, Miss Donna Mae Knight and the Character Development Program team, all alumni who contributed to the association's work. The President closed by encouraging members to join the association, reconnect with classmates, support the college in tangible ways. Treasurer's Report. The Treasurer's Report for the period 1st July 2024 to 31st June 2025 was presented by Assistant Treasurer Jacinta Simongo. Financial summary. Total receipts. $128,153.45 TT dollars, that is Total disbursements expenses, TT dollars 176,331.12. Deficit, TT dollars $56,177.67. Fundraising activities highlighted. Mix and mingle. Sweet Box Initiative, sales of over TT $9,000. Vet Nation and Aura collaboration with FOBA. Donations, corrected total reflected as TT 16,299. Jacinta noted that Pan, Pork, and Parang, the association's major fundraiser, was not held this year, but expressed hope that it would return under the incoming executive. Welfare and school support. The Welfare Committee was commended for purchasing, packaging, and distributing essential items for students. Milestones: introduction of electronic banking, establishment of the association's website, online payment capability for merchandise and dues. Support to the college, to school. Total support to the school this year was reported as TT $74,733.52. Areas of support included sewer repairs, air condition units, painting of the school, customs duty on donated items for the school. Acknowledgements. Mrs. Simangal thanked Esther Calendar George, Carleen Jeffers Bilal, Annette Nielsen, Principal C. Turan, Jana Neblet, Tammy Cato, Celicia Gomes, her classmates, her husband, the executive, the Forever Young posse. Questions and clarifications. A query was raised regarding Aura 2024 figures. Clarification provided by Jana Neblet. Total ticket sales for Aura 2024, TT dollars 21,800. Association share at 50%, TT dollars 10,900. A further question was raised regarding merchandise orders for Mix and Mingle. A concern about an outstanding bucket hat order was acknowledged and an apology was issued. The matter was to be followed up offline. Motion to accept the Treasurer's report. Decision: Treasurer's report accepted. Elections for 2025 to 2026 executive. The meeting was handed over to the presiding officers, Tammy Cato and Sonia Ria Williams. The following positions were declared vacant: President, Assistant Secretary, Treasurer, Assistant Treasurer, Public Relations Officer, Assistant Public Relations Officer, Trustee. Elections and appointments. With no additional nominations from the floor or online, the following were elected: President, Aisha Sylvester; Assistant Secretary, Londell Glasgow; Treasurer, Delicia Myers; Assistant Treasurer, Stacy Christopher; Public Relations Officer, Tamika Thomas; Assistant Public Relations Officer, Shania Antwine; Trustee, Shannon Billuan. Each position was filled by motion and secondment with no opposition recorded. The presiding officers declare the above officers elected for the 2025 to 2026 term. Propose amendments to the Constitution. The chair resumed conduct of the meeting and presented proposed constitutional amendments, noting that the amended document had been circulated to members in advance. Main amendments discussed: Article 3, interpretations, inserted definitions for term, financial member, honorary member. Article 5 and 6, membership and membership fees. Clarified membership fee waiver for Form 5 graduates for 2 years, members enrolled in Form 6 or equivalent. Article 7, officers and elections. Clarified wording regarding vacant positions. Introduced a defined scope for the immediate past president, IPP role, to serve immediately after election of a new president for a maximum of 4 months without voting rights, not counted in quorum, to facilitate handover and advise on legacy initiatives. Article 8, standing committees, minor wording change, removing from time to time. Article 9, duties of officers, amendments up to duties of the Assistant Secretary. Article 10, Executive Committee, clarified that meetings must be held at least once per month per fiscal year. A minimum of 12 meetings must be held. Meetings must be evidenced by minutes. Article 13, bylaws, typographical correction only. Discussion. A concern was raised by Vanessa Ford regarding the proposed limitation of the immediate past president rule to 4 months. She expressed disagreement and stated that, in her view, the IPP should remain an advisor for longer, as is common in voluntary organizations. She also disputed the suggestion that the proposal had been fully agreed. The chair responded that the intention was not to remove valuable contributors. The role previously existed without a formal scope. The amendment sought to define that scope. The recommendation arose from internal review and executive discussions. A question was also raised by Donna May Knight regarding why elections occur annually. The chair clarified that each office is actually a 2-year term. Elections are staggered to ensure continuity. Not all executive positions are vacated at the same time. Vote on constitutional amendments. A motion was moved to adopt the Constitution as amended. Seconder, Jacinta Simongo. Voting took place both in person via online poll. Results indicated all 12 persons present in person voted in favor. 86% of online voters voted in favor. The required 2/3 majority was achieved. Decision: the constitutional amendments were passed. Door prizes. Door prizes were distributed to attendees. Prize winner, School Spirit Prize in person, Stacy Christopher. School Spirit Prize online, Jana Neblet. School Spirit Prize in person floor award, Anissa Alexander. Online random draw prize, Anthea Bino. Closing and premiere of school song. The president thanked all attendees for participating in person and online, acknowledging the impact of the weather on attendance. The meeting concluded with the premiere of the school song project, which had originally been intended as a gift for the school's 63rd anniversary. Acknowledgements for the project, thanks were extended to Tremaine Lamy Westcar, class of 2001, vocals. Form 6 digital team, led by Shania Antwine. Mavon Sudin, producer. Other volunteers and contributors. The president advised that the video would also be shared on the association's social media channels. The meeting ended at 4:22 p.m. Summary of resolutions, decisions. 1, 2024 AGM minutes adopted as amended. 2, President's report received. 3, Treasurer's report received. 4, 2025 to 2026 executive elected. 5, constitutional amendments passed by the required majority. Any questions regarding the AGM minutes for 2025? Yeah, that's what we're rectifying. Could you? Duly noted. Jacinta's last name was spelled wrong the second time.
On what else?
Just say it loud, because it's really for the
Oh,
recording.
it's for the recording, yes. Um. So there will be amendments to some names from the reading of the minutes. Alicia Herbert, this is based on some errors in spelling. Alicia Herbert's name will be corrected. Celicia Gomes, Donna Mae Knights, and the second time that Jacinta Simangal's name appears, the last name is incorrectly spelled. And Stacey Christopher, as well as Anissa Alexander. Do we have any more questions or comments? Online, does anyone have any feedback, comments, or questions based on the minutes of last year's AGM?
No? Okay. Now you want to move on motion.
So we're moving to an adoption of the minutes for 2025. Could we have a seconder for these minutes, please? Seconded by President Aisha Sylvester.
So that's all in favor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Online? By a show of virtual hand? Or thumbs up? All in favor online? Renee Capiata. Tamika Thomas. Anybody else?
Anything else?
Any against? Any against? Online? So, or any abstentions? Any abstentions? Online? Any abstentions? The motion has been carried. The motion has been carried. Thank you, ladies. I will hand you back over to our President, Aisha Sylvester.
Thank you, Londell, for that very thorough reading. And now I need to find that the deck. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please give me 2 minutes to just reshare. Are you all seeing me again?
We see it.
You all are seeing it. That's
And let me show. Fine, let me show.
okay. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Okay, so now we move on to the President's report for the term 2025 to 2026. Good afternoon, once again. And it is my absolute honor and privilege to welcome you again to the 2026 annual general meeting of the St. Francois Girls Alumni Association. As I said before you today, I do so with immense gratitude for the dedication of our executive team, the commitment of our committee members, and the continued support of every Francois girl who has contributed to keeping the spirit of our alma mater alive. I would like to acknowledge in particular the incredible women who served on the 2025-2026 executive. Their willingness to volunteer their time, their expertise, and their energy made every achievement we will celebrate today possible. Leadership in an alumni association is steeped in service, sacrifice, collaboration, and a shared belief in the value of giving back. To each member of this executive, thank you for your commitment to our association and to St. Francois Girls College. This year, similar to last, we set out to foster connection by growing a vibrant and active alumni network that keeps the spirit of St. Francois alive. We also set out to support development by contributing to initiatives that enhance the educational, cultural, and infrastructural growth of the college. To empower our members by creating meaningful opportunities to give back, share their expertise, and help shape the next generation of St. Francois girls. And of course, grow collectively by increasing membership, strengthening our digital presence, and building a more sustainable association. As you'll hear today, every initiative we undertook was rooted in these 4 objectives and our shared commitment to preserving the legacy of St. Francois Girls College. One of our major priorities this year was maintaining the momentum generated by our successful membership drive in the previous year. I am pleased to report that we concluded the year with 98 financial members, effectively sustaining the significant growth achieved in 2024 to 2025. And we are optimistic about welcoming even more members in the incoming year. Membership remains the lifeblood of our association. Every membership fee helps us support students, fund initiatives, preserve our traditions, and ensure that the SFCGA remains a strong and sustainable organization. So for those who have not yet renewed or joined, I encourage you to do so either through our website or simply by making a direct deposit to become a part of the work we are doing together. So it's very easy. You can scan this QR code right now on your screen or visit our website at St. Francois Girls College Alumni Association.com. And please, if you're able to, just please sign up. You can join and give back. If this is one thing you can do to give back this year, it will be very greatly appreciated. Now I'd like to move on to our committees and all the efforts they put in this year. We start with fundraising. This year, we successfully revived the Taste of Christmas fundraiser, supporting the St. Francois Valley Stars on their journey to becoming the 2026 Junior Panorama Champions. We partnered with the Fatima Old Boys Association, St. Mary's College Past Students Union, and the Holy Name Convent Past People's Association for the Fet Nation fundraiser. And we collaborated with FOBA again to host Aura 2025 last July. We also continued our merchandising efforts throughout the year, both online and at pop-up events. What was particularly encouraging was the sense of community that these events created. They reminded us that fundraising is not only about generating revenue, it's also about reconnecting Francois girls across generations and creating spaces where our shared history can be celebrated. I extend heartfelt thanks to our fundraising committee and every volunteer who contributed to the success of these initiatives. Welfare. The heart of any alumni association is its ability to support those in need. During the year, our welfare committee coordinated 5 donation drives and provided assistance to multiple families across 3 school terms. From the Christmas donation drive to the Grad and Glam initiative, these efforts directly impacted students and families within our school community. I want to recognize the entire SFCGA Welfare Committee, as well as the college's Welfare Committee, for their compassion, their consistency, and their dedication. Because of your work, the association continues to be a source of tangible support for our little sisters. Public relations. Although we maintain our membership numbers, financial members still represent only, wait, is this correct? No, sorry, my apologies, I skipped ahead. So our public relations committee continued to strengthen the association's visibility and engagement throughout the year. We achieved a 13% increase in social media following and a 13.5% increase in email subscribers. This is on top of the significant gains we made last year. We also were able to publish the Checkle Chronicles monthly, that's our monthly newsletter, and we were able to host yet another successful mix and mingle, as well as we were able to collaborate with the college for the 64th anniversary celebrations. And of course, we continued our alumni talk on the Tiles social media series. Apologies, I've been told I'm reading too quickly, so I will try my best to slow down. This is my natural pace. My sincere appreciation goes out to the dedicated PR team for their outstanding work in keeping our community informed and connected. At this point in time, we would encourage everyone to take into consideration the initiatives that we just shared, the accomplishments that we just achieved. And if you feel so inclined, please take into consideration joining one of these committees this year. We have fundraising that is charged with planning and organizing fundraising activities. We have welfare that works with the college's welfare committee to identify and meet students' needs. And of course, we have PR that works to increase membership and promotes the association and raise awareness about all of the things that we are doing. Okay. Now, moving on to the support that we would have provided to the college this year. Our relationship with the college remains at the core of every single thing that we do. This year, support was provided through assistance to the Pan Ensemble for their winning performance at the Junior Panorama. We also funded airfare to transport the Pans to Panama for the Panama Calypso Festival that several of our students and faculty and staff attended in October. We had Mother's Day celebrations that were actually hosted by the male teachers at the school, and this the association was able to provide support through refreshments and beverages. And then we had the donation of our notice boards that were installed at the front office as well as on the Form 6 block. We made, as I mentioned previously, contributions to the college's 64th anniversary celebrations, including cakes for all of the students and staff. We participated in the judging of the dining etiquette exam for the first QRC Scouts. And of course, we had the character development program led by our very dedicated alum, Ms. Doname Knights. These initiatives reflect our commitment to preserving the legacy of St. Francois Girls College and supporting the students and teachers who continue to uphold its traditions. Of course, there are always challenges. And so just as we acknowledged them last year, we will acknowledge them again this year, of course, with the solutions that we plan to resolve them. For membership, although we maintain our membership numbers on par with last year, financial members still represent only a tiny percentage of the overall alumni body. To address this, we recently introduced new membership benefits that we hope will attract more alums to join us in our initiatives and our projects moving forward. Among those benefits, we have business promotion through our various online channels that will include social media as well as our newsletter and our blog, exclusive savings on merchandise and St. Francois-led events, members-only networking opportunities, preferred vendor status for any events that we may be planning, and of course, features in our Alumni Talk on the Tile series. Active participation. Online engagement has grown significantly over the past couple of years, but we must continue working to translate that online enthusiasm into attendance and support at events, volunteerism, and of course, committee participation. Next year, we aim to host more intimate social gatherings geared toward building actual community and reigniting that St. Francois pride. Fundraising. There were some significant changes made to our commission strategy, our commission allocations and certain fundraising collaborations, which did result in reduced revenue in some initiatives, which our treasurer will expand on in her reports shortly after mine. However, as we move forward, we also intend to supplement any lost income elsewhere by hosting more individual fundraisers, as well as strengthening our collaborations with the recently reactivated parent support group, the St. Francois Support Committee, and other alumni associations to create opportunities for sustainable fundraising. For those of you wondering how you can support, as we prepare for the 2026-2027 term, our focus will be on deepening engagement, expanding partnerships, and reigniting St. Francois pride across all generations of alumni. Our theme, Sisters in Legacy, Sisters in Leadership, reminds us that the St. Francois Sisterhood has always produced women who lead in education, in business, healthcare, public service, the arts, and countless other fields. It reminds us of our rich history, our collective achievements, and responsibilities we share to nurture, develop, and pass that legacy on to the next generation of Francois girls. So whether you graduated in 1968 or 2026, this association belongs to you, and there's a place for everyone. You can become a member, you can volunteer on one of our standing committees, you can support a fundraiser, you can purchase exclusive SFGCA merch, you can donate to our welfare initiatives, you can attend our events and encourage others to do so as well. Every contribution, large or small, helps strengthen this association and ensures that the legacy we inherited is even stronger than when we hand it over to those who come after us. Before I conclude, we just wanted to take a minute to acknowledge just a few of the highlights from this year that would have started July 1st, 2025 and wrapped up June 30th, 2026. The class of 1975 celebrated their 50th anniversary last July. We had another successful Mix and Mingle event in October. We had the Taste of Christmas, which was an event that had been previously canceled, and now we have revived it. That's the second thing we were able to revive in 2 years. We hosted that in December. Of course, our little sisters are now the official 2026 Junior Panorama champions. And finally, we had the class of 1976 celebrate their 50th anniversary in grand style this past May. Looking ahead, we do have an idea of what our calendar would look like to start. So we wanted to share some of those with you guys. In July, and this will be starting from next week, we will have a presence at Form 1 registration where we will welcome our newest little sisters and offer them welcome tokens. In August, we will launch all of the membership initiatives that I would have just listed out. In September, we are actually moving our Mix and Mingle event up from October to September, as in October, we plan to have a members only social that we would love to start and have that become another tradition. In December, we will once again have Taste of Christmas. In January, we will be in full swing supporting our girls for their Junior Panorama run. For February, we will actually be supporting the 65th anniversary of the school. And so we will ask you to look forward to a lot of activities happening within that month. And then in May, we would like to reintroduce the brunch that was usually hosted. It was in honor of Mother's Day. And so those are the things we will be looking forward to next year, among others that have not been solidified. In closing, I would like to thank our executive team, our committee members and volunteers. The administration and staff of the college, our partner organization, and each alumna who supported our initiatives throughout the year. Because of your dedication, the St. Francois Girls Alumni Association continues to grow in strength, relevance, and impact. May we continue to honor the legacy of our alma mater by supporting one another, uplifting our little sisters, and ensuring that the spirit of St. Francois shines brightly for generations to come. Thank you, and may God continue to bless St. Francois Girls College and its alumni. Good afternoon. I now hand over to our treasurer, Delicia Myers.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you very much, Aisha. Treasurer reports for the period July 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2026. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Delicia Myers Hector, representing class of 2004. During the financial year, the alumni's account recording an opening balance of $136.84. Sorry, let me start over. It recording an open balance of $136,000. I'm watching the number, apologies, and it has me a bit tied up, all right? $136,084.85, and a closing balance of $150,362.07, representing overall increase of $14,277.22. Got a little tongue twister. This positive financial position was achieved despite the expenses that occurred throughout the year. At the beginning of the year, the executive set a goal of hosting a minimum of 3 major fundraising activities. Our first fundraising event, Taste of Christmas, with the support of the wider alumni community, sold 176 tickets, generating 32,100 in sales. The event realized an overall profit of $11,340, which includes the merchandise sales on the day. A slight decrease, as our president mentioned in her speech previously. Throughout the year, we made a conscious effort to promote alumni merchandise at every one of our activities. These sales generated a total of $7,905 in revenue. Our next major fundraiser was Fet Nation. This year, however, the reimbursement model for ticket sales was revised by the Fatima Old Boys Association due to the event's reduced profitability in the previous year. While we generated 38,350 in ticket sales, the commission received amounted to only $5,000. During the same period, payments related to the Aura ticket sales were finalized following a lengthy reconciliation and audit process. The alumni receive a commission of $10,800 for their sales efforts. Website and online giving. The launch of our updated website introduced an online payment facility through WePay payment gateway, allowing the alumni, both local and abroad, to make secure payments via credit card. This platform activities throughout the year generated $3,560. We also received generous donations from alumni and friends of the alumni, both through website and cash contribution. These funds assisted in supporting our welfare initiatives and other projects throughout the year. Contribution to the school. The alumni remain committed to supporting our alma mater through several initiatives, as Aisha would have highlighted, which includes financial assistance towards the students' Panama trip, providing meals for students during PAN practice and PAN tuning sessions, purchasing and installation of new notice boards within the school compound. Although we were unable to execute additional fundraising activities as originally planned, the collective efforts of the executive committee and wider alumni ensured that we remained in a healthy financial position. As I conclude my tenure as treasurer, I would like to express my sincere gratitude for everyone who supported me throughout the year. A special thank you goes to my assistant treasurer, Stacy, whose dedication and hard work were instrumental in making the success of Taste of Christmas. From assisting in countless bank runs, managing deposits, and ensuring timely payments, her commitment helped keep our operations running smoothly. I would also like to extend thanks to the executive committee for their patience with me, understanding and unwavering support throughout my term. Serving as a treasurer has been both an honor and privilege, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to give back to our alma mater. While I've decided to step down from this role, I remain committed to supporting the alma mater wherever I could, and wish the incoming executive every success in the year ahead. Thank you. Any questions? A full detail of the financial report will be submitted in the AGM report. Right?
Yeah,
Sure.
Madam Treasurer, the model for the Fet Nation changes that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We sold $38,000 off,
Mhm,
right? That's what we sold.
mhm.
Chickens to the tune of 38,000 off. And we made 5,000.
Yes.
But you know that didn't happen again.
Yes, just,
Yes,
yes.
Wait,
Mhm.
Vet Nation has
Mhm.
always been a good fundraiser for us.
Yeah.
But it makes
No
no
sense.
sense to me
Mhm.
and no financial sense to be partnering with Fatima. And this is what has happened. I am extremely disappointed. Extremely, because I mean, how you can, I mean,
I'm
how-
trying to understand what is.
So we could change, okay.
Yeah.
So previously, we made 40% commission on ticket sales. What the decision was taken by Fatima and the promoter that they're going to change the structure. So instead of us getting a hefty 40% commission on our sales, they were adjusting it to, we made $50 on every general ticket sold and $100 on every group ticket, every female group ticket. They also removed the 5-on-1, so we only had the individual tickets to sell as well as the 3-on-1 ladies tickets. So it was a very significant shift in the allocation. But of course, as you mentioned, it has always been a partnership that we've had with them from time infinitum. And so we decided this year we were just going to try it out to see how it would work. Obviously, all the effort that goes into it, I mean, we can't speak right now blanketly, but we will be putting it to a vote obviously next year, and the decision will be made then. But we do feel very similarly to you. It was just in this instance, one, we got the information literally the day they were launching. So we had very little time to kind of make that decision, but we also just wanted to make sure we maintained that relationship with them and not just, yeah.
Open and express our, you know what to call it?
No, we'll address that when we're in this incoming too. Yeah.
So we have two items with FOBA, Fat Nation and Aura. And Fat Nation has always made us money. So if it is not making us money, we cannot go into it.
Yes, and that's,
Aura.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
one of the factors that where we said we would try it out is because we weren't putting out any
Any money.
funds.
Yeah, we didn't have to expend anything.
But so we also have to understand the business model behind it, whether it benefits us to
Yeah,
continue with
continue.
it. So
So if Fatima wants to have all this money, then fine.
No, but we do have to acknowledge that, as Esther is saying, we aren't putting up, we're not putting any money into it. And what
We are
happened,
not
wait,
putting on, but we ain't
getting everybody,
nothing
no,
either.
and that's what we have to discuss. But we also, the fact is, the event was actually running at a loss in those first 3 years. And so we were making money, but they were investing money and they were not making. And so that's why they adjusted the model. But now it's up to us to decide if we want to continue along that vein. The option is also there if we would like to invest in the event, and then we would have a greater stake in it. So that's why we said we would leave that up to the next executive to have that conversation in depth.
The next executive should think about bringing back the pet. That is what the next.
Yes, well, that's what we said. One of the
executive
things we
should think about.
mentioned is,
Because you mentioned a fundraiser that 11,000 profit,
It's a Christmas.
11,000 profit. If we're not making a profit of
that
at
is a
least
profit.
$20,000, we wasting time because that school in the east. Trinity Bishops made over 150,000 in some.
I mean, the Taste of Christmas was one of our, is actually our our fundraising, as in that the executive putting it on, we really reached out to the alumni, but of course, we didn't get support. So I mean, I would say that I agree with you that, I mean, given doing all the effort to get back this small amount is almost, it feels like, you're not making sense. But I think that's what the
With
new
that plan, if we
executive plan is the
explain it,
one,
we'll get it.
we will promote it earlier, right? Because even the Taste of Christmas,
we did,
most of the
yeah.
items were a bit last minute, right? So at least we didn't have a very long period to
We
push
also-
the sales. So given that the team they plan to redo it again this year, they will plan
Yeah.
ahead. And
And
therefore, we expect that it should be more successful. So we don't want to do away with it.
because we think it's a good,
Exactly.
it's a good
It's a
project.
Yes.
But if you plan it in advance, we should get more profits.
To add to Delicia's point, please also note what happened is, and that's why we want to work more collaboratively with the school as well as the PSG. The school had two other fundraisers, I believe, happening at a similar time. The Form 6 students were raising funds for one
Yeah.
thing. Then there was another initiative within the school. And so we want to make sure that our calendars line up next year and that we collaborate with them so we're not competing for the same customers. So that was another issue, that because there was actually the haunted house was one of the other things, and they were actually setting up the haunted house on the day we had Taste of Christmas. So there was a lot of things happening. And so I already actually met and spoke with the president of the parent support group. And so she already shared their plans for this coming year. Once the new executive meets, we will map out ours, and then we'll come together and ensure that things line up so we can either collaborate on fundraisers or stagger them in a way that we're not all asking people to put out funds and purchase tickets and support things at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other questions? You're welcome, Jacinta. Any other questions? Online? Any questions online? Okay. So now I will hand over to our presiding officers, Tammy Cato and Sonia Williams, as we step into the election portion of the meeting.
Good afternoon, ladies. Welcome, everyone.
Oh, apologies. Sorry. Oh, humblest apologies. Am I passing the motion? Yes. So I now need to pass a motion to accept both the president's reports as well as the treasurer's reports. Can I get a second? Jacinta seconded. Thank you so much. Yes, we will. Okay, all in favor? Those online, please indicate with a thumbs up. Those present, please indicate with your hands up. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So that's 11 in the room, 12. There's a question online? Oh, no, I think Renee is just voting in favor. Okay. All against? Any abstentions? Okay, this motion passes. Thank you all very much. And now I hand you over to our presiding officers, Tammy and Sonia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam President. Good afternoon, ladies. The following positions have now become vacant: Vice President, Treasurer, Assistant Treasurer, Secretary, Assistant Public Relations Officer, and Trustees. 3. So we begin with the position of Vice President. The incumbent, Esther Calendar George, has nominated herself. Tamika Thomas, my apologies, has nominated Miss Esther Calendar George, class of 1990. She is, as we mentioned, the incumbent vice president and would have served on past executives as the secretary and vice president. Just a reminder, the vice president shall preside at meetings in the absence of the president and in general shall assist the president with the management of the alumni. Are there any other nominees from the floor? We see no other nominees, which in relation to Ms. Esther Calendar George, is there a seconder? Second. President Aisha Sylvester has seconded this nomination. Can we go ahead and vote? No. Any other nominees? Just to confirm, no other nominees? Oh, okay. So, unopposed, Ms. Esther Calendar George, for the position of Vice President. All in favor? All in favor. Aye. Aye. Everyone present at the library in favor? Yeah. Online? Anyone against? Okay, so Esther Calendar George, Vice President. Confirmed.
On to the next.
Yes, so treasurer. Oh, just to indicate, Esther will be serving as vice president for the next 2 years.
The next vacant position is that of secretary. Please note, there have been no nominations for this role thus far. However, nominations will now be accepted from the floor. Are there any nominations?
Mommy. Oh, you're Melanie Shabbat? So we were told that you were willing to serve. Yes, I didn't mind being a trustee. Oh, so sorry. This is only secretary. Okay, I appreciate you coming. Thank you. And mom, no? Okay. Not secretary, okay.
Okay.
Thank you guys. Anyone online?
Any online nominations?
Got you. Nothing.
I wish to nominate Natisha Williams.
Natisha Williams,
Yes.
a nomination.
Is there a seconder for Nakisha Williams? Yes, she accepts.
Sonia seconded it, so. Sonia, is Sonia nominating herself or? Seconded Natisha?
Is Natisha, are you accepting?
Natisha's my son. She did? I don't know. The answer is no. Yeah, the answer is no, yes.
Oh, no. Okay.
That's what I was.
And then now get a second.
Natisha, no, not accepted. Okay.
Where, somebody else? Yeah. Sonia just seconded somebody, I don't say. No, we don't have any other nominees. Okay, so what next?
Okay. Okay. We'll move on to the next vacant post.
So that is the post of treasurer. Right, so we have one nominee, Natalie Hackshaw, class of 2001. So she's a proud alumna of St. Francis Girls College with over 15 years of experience in administration, accounting, and operations. She brings strong financial management skills, attention to detail, and a commitment to accountability and responsible stewardship. Ms. Hackshaw is passionate about service and giving back to her alma mater. She looks forward to supporting the continued growth and success of the St. Francis Girls College alumni community. It is an honor to be nominated as treasurer. And just a reminder, the treasurer shall receive the membership fees and all financial donations to the alumni and shall generally have the care, custody, and management of all of the funds of the alumni. She's responsible for depositing the funds of the alumni in its name as directed by the executive committee and for submitting financial statements and reports as required by the executive committee.
Do we have a seconder for Ms. Hackshaw?
Ms. Hackshaw has been seconded by
Londell.
Londell. And just also a reminder, this position will be for 1 year.
Okay. All in favor?
All
on the
in
floor?
favor? Everyone present at the library in favor online? Okay.
So Ms. Hackshaw is confirmed as treasurer.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You're online? Yes, she's online.
On to our next vacant position, Assistant Treasurer. We have Miss Donna Romilly of class of 1976. Ms. Romilly is a proud alumna of St. Francois Girls College and an accomplished finance executive with decades of experience in banking, credit risk, and financial leadership. She's a former president, treasurer, and assistant treasurer of the St. Francois Girls College alumni and has remained deeply connected to and actively involved in the St. Francois Girls College community over the years. Most recently, she was among the dozens of class of 76 alums who celebrated their 50th reunion in style this past May. She now seeks to return to the executive as assistant treasurer, bringing her financial expertise, institutional knowledge, and enduring commitment to her alma mater.
Yes. So just a reminder, the assistant treasurer shall assume the duties and responsibilities of the treasurer in her absence and perform such other duties as may be delegated by the executive committee. This position will be for a period of 2 years, and Ms. Romilly was nominated by the president, Aisha Sylvester. So can we vote?
Why do you want to second?
Oh, second in this position, my apologies. Joanne Spencer. Joanne Phillips Spencer's Greek has seconded this nomination.
All in favor on the floor?
Aye.
Okay, everyone in the library has voted in favor. Online. Which were thumbs. Thank you very much. Well, congratulations, Donna Romilly. Welcome back.
Our next position, Assistant Public Relations Officer. We have Anissa Alexander, class of 2002. Anissa is a proud alumna of St. Francois, having attended the institution from 1997 to 2002. She is currently employed as an administrative assistant at Tech and is a passionate communicator with a heart for service. She currently serves as a member of the Public Relations Committee. Anissa has a background in hosting and public speaking spanning the past 5 years and has developed a dynamic presence, combining professionalism, warmth, and authenticity in her interactions. Her experience behind the microphone and in front of audiences has enhanced her ability to connect with people from all walks of life and effectively represent the organization she serves. Driven by gratitude and a deep appreciation for the role St. Francois Girls College has played in shaping her character and values, Anissa is committed to giving back to the institution that helped mold her into the woman she is today. Anissa remains eager to contribute her talents, support the school's initiatives, and help strengthen a legacy of excellence for future generations of students.
Just a reminder of the position of Assistant PRO. The Assistant Public Relations Officer shall perform the duties of the Public Relations Officer in her absence and shall generally assist her in the performance of her duties. This position of Assistant PRO will be just for 1 year.
Anissa has been nominated by our president,
Aisha Sylvester, yes.
Do we have a seconder?
Tamika Thomas, a second petition.
Okay.
And we can now vote.
Yes.
All
Those in favor?
Aye.
Everyone present at the library in favor, online? Thank you. And Anissa Alexander is here in person at the library. So congratulations, Anissa.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Sorry.
On to the position of trustee. We have Colleen Jeffers Bilal, class of 1995. Colleen attended San Francisco from 1998 to 1995. Her daughter is also a San Francisco girl, currently in lower six. And it allows her to remain, this is Colleen, actively involved as both an alumna and a parent. Colleen previously served as Assistant Secretary of the Alumni Association from 2019 to 2023. She has said although she has not served on the executive during the past year, she has continued to work closely with the current team, supporting initiatives such as FunFest, Aura, Fet Nation, the Wishlist program, and the Welfare program through event promotion, ticket sales, fundraising, and encouraging fellow alumni to give back. Colleen is also actively involved with the college's steel orchestra and the parent support group. Professionally, she works in the Maritime Services Division of the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure as an assistant superintendent, mercantile marine with responsibility for seafarers. Colleen says she's passionate about giving back to the school and has given so much to her and would be honored to serve on the executive once again. Colleen has been nominated.
Yes.
Yeah, true. Persons that we don't know who float this anybody else.
Colleen was nominated by? Oh, so Colleen was nominated by the president, Aisha Sylvester. Can we get someone to second? Yes, Londell.
I did not hear it, that's the floor. I didn't hear it.
Okay, so we can now vote. Can we? Yes, so we're going to open the floor.
Then open. Yeah, let them know that it's streaming, so you don't have anyone else to join, and then. So we can on to.
Our second trustee is Diane Lewis, class of 2004. Diane has over 19 years of experience in the legal and banking sectors. She also holds a postgraduate diploma in mediation studies, which has further strengthened her skills in communication, conflict resolution, and relationship management. Throughout Diane's career, she has built a reputation for professionalism, integrity, sound governance, and a commitment to excellence in every aspect of her work. Beyond her professional life, Diane is a dedicated servant leader and community advocate. She actively contributes to her church community as a team manager, event chair, and coordinator, where she has demonstrated her passion for leadership, teamwork, and service, bringing events such as her church's annual boat cruise to successful fruition. Diane also serves as vice president of the Pineapple Foundation, where she mentors teenage girls, providing guidance, encouragement, and support to help them develop into confident and purpose-driven young women, and working with other like-minded women towards alleviating period poverty here in Trinidad and Tobago. As a proud daughter of San Francisco Girls College, Diane firmly believes in the importance of preserving the school's rich legacy while fostering opportunities for growth and connection among alumni. Her vision for the Alumni Association is to strengthen engagement, encourage mentorship and collaboration, and create initiatives that unite past and present students in support of the continued success of the college. Diane seeks the opportunity to serve as a trustee with a spirit of dedication and service, bringing her professional expertise, leadership experience, and genuine love for her alma mater. This is to help ensure that our College Alumni Association remains vibrant, relevant, and impactful for generations to come.
Diane was nominated by the president. And can we get a seconder?
I'll second. Oh, Joanne.
Joanne, yes, Joanne Phillips Spencer, thank you. We'll move on to and just to correct, Diane would have nominated herself. Yes. So we have Kiana Bowen, class of 2003. Kiana Bowen was appointed the executive director of the UN Global Compact Network Caribbean in May 2024. Prior to joining the UN Global Compact, Kiana was a national project coordinator for the ILO Caribbean office and held the position of program officer, humanitarian, climate change, and disaster risk resilience with the UN Women Multi-Country Office, Caribbean. Kiana's work experience also spans humanitarian action, as before her 6-year tenure across the UN, she worked with 2 national disaster offices within government of the Turks and Caicos Islands and the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, respectively, over a 9-year period. Self-nominated as well. Oh, Kiana Bowen was nominated by the president. Tamika Thomas, my apologies. Can we get a seconder? Melanie Shepherd, thank you.
Yeah.
We are still opening the floor for anyone else that may be interested in the position of trustee.
Good.
That's it, okay.
Any online?
So just to confirm, no one in the library has volunteered and no one online? Yes, okay. So can we now vote? Yes. So we'll begin with Carleen Jeffers Bilal, who is present in the library. All in favor? Everyone in the library has voted in favor. Online? By a show of your virtual thumb. Online?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Perfect. Oh, my apologies. The trustees or a trustee shall be responsible to the membership for the property of the alumni and shall approve withdrawals from the funds of the alumni. I forgot to mention that. Yes. We'll move on. So congratulations to Carleen Jeffers Bilal. Carleen is present. Congratulations, Carleen. Diane Lewis, who is online. Want to take a vote? Those here in the library?
Okay.
All in favor? Yes.
Yes.
Online? And okay. Okay, so congratulations, Diane Lewis. That's the second nominated trustee. And finally, Miss Kiana Bowen. All in favor?
Aye.
Yes, everyone in favor in the library, online. You're welcome, Diane. Okay, so congratulations to Kiana Bowen as well. So the trustees are Carleen Jeffers Bilal, Miss Diane Lewis, as well as Kiana Bowen. So congratulations, trustees, and welcome on board. And just a reminder, this position is for 2 years. Ladies, we want to circle back to the position of secretary.
Any nominees?
Any nominees? And I will just read what the duties are. The secretary shall record and keep minutes of all the meetings of the executive committee and submit reports to the executive The secretary shall also receive applications for membership to the alumni and perform such other duties as the executive committee requires.
And then we have an assistant secretary.
And you will be assisted by, yes, so Londell, the beautiful Londell that you have been seeing all afternoon long will be your assistant secretary, very capable. So you will have a lot of help, if I may say so, yes, from the assistant. You're not going to be all by yourself.
If you wanted it to happen. We could do that. Nobody online.
No one online is interested. Any nominations from the persons on your virtual platform?
You come in, we said it, okay, that's it. So you're gonna,
So the position of secretary remains vacant.
yeah.
Okay. So, yes.
Not that's it.
So I wish to declare the following persons officially in the following positions. Vice President Esther Calendar George. Congratulations, Miss Calendar George. There's no secretary. Going once, going twice. The treasurer, Natalie Hackshaw for 1 year. Assistant treasurer Donna Romilly for a 2-year period of time. The assistant PRO Anissa Alexander for 1 year. And the 3 trustees, Carleen Jeffers Bilal, Kiana Bowen, and Diane Lewis for the period of 2 years. So congratulations, ladies. And I will hand you over to the president, Ms. Aisha Sylvester. Yes.
Thank you, Tammy and Sonia, for facilitating these elections as efficiently as you always do. We appreciate you, and welcome to the newest members of the SFGCA executive. I will now officially introduce and list out all members of the 2026-2027 executive. We have the president, myself, Aisha Sylvester, vice president, Esther Calendar George. Our secretary position remains vacant. Our assistant secretary is Londell Glasgow. Our treasurer is Natalie Hackshaw. Assistant Treasurer, Donna Romilly. Our Public Relations Officer, Tamika Thomas. Our Assistant Public Relations Officer, Anissa Alexander. And our new trustees are Colleen Jeffers Bilal, Diane Lewis, and Kiana Bowen. Ladies, we look forward to working with you and doing wonderful things for the school and for our alumni community moving forward. And we have now come to the end of our program, so we will wrap things up with our very beautiful school song. But before that, just a reminder, guys, we'll always plug the merch. And the reason we have the merch is because we are very small. We are mighty, but we're a very small group. And so pushing our merch is one of the easiest ways for us to actually generate revenue for the association and for the school. So you will see we have our polos, our mugs, our tank tops, hoodies, the pop sockets, tumblers, bucket hats, and more. So you can just go to the website, St. Francois Girls College Alumni.org, and shop to your heart's content. We deliver. You can come pick it up at the school. You can pay online. You can pay via online transfer, as well as you have the option for us to come meet you somewhere and we collect the cash from you. And now we wrap up with
green and gold, striving ever, striving to be right, honest and sincere, brave and black bear, undaunted by our problem. Girls of St. Francois, we are one. Polish girls of St. Francois, let's move on. Standing together, working together, always for each other. unwilling together, not at all. Strong to the weak, proud to the meek, students rally round and hear a call. College girls in France will be the one. College girls in France will let's on. Standing together, working together, always for each other for.
So again, I thank everyone for taking the time to join us in person and online. Your presence has meant a lot. We have a lot of exciting things that we have planned for the future. And so we hope that you will join us on this journey and not just be here for this moment. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we look forward to sharing everything that we get up to for 2026, 2027 with you all. And now we call the meeting to a close at 4:01 p.m. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Oh, wow, just in time. How do I do that?
Yeah, expand it.